Hey YouTube, Awesome Writer here. This video is going to be a pseudo-sequel to one I did last year in response to the reveal of Zenkaiger, and this one's going to be about the reveal of DonBrothers, because both of them are arguably, and I would say even objectively, two of the most outside-the-box Sentai reveals we've gotten. You know, when we get a new Sentai every year, you get the extreme reactions. Best Sentai ever, I'm leaving Sentai, Sentai's dead, they ran out of ideas. You get all those same reactions every year, no matter what the suits look like. But Zenkaiger and DonBrothers were definitely two outside-the-box series compared to past releases that were outside of the more traditional Ranger bubble. And Zenkaiger was definitely very strange, and I did a video talking about, like, is it too off-putting, is it too strange? And I want to do something similar with DonBrothers. As I've mentioned, I've seen all those reactions ever since I've been a Sentai fan on both sides of the spectrum of extreme. But I think more than anything before, Zenkaiger and DonBrothers brought a lot of off-putting reactions from people, specifically in the Western fandom. You know, that's definitely true, so that's why it's worth addressing. But I think at the end of the day, is it too off-putting? No, I think that's because it obviously is working for Japan, and that's really all that matters. You know, I'm just a Western fan, and, you know, a lot of people will often comment, like, well, what do you write? What right do you have to say this? You're just a Western fan, and it's for Japan. I'm like, well, it's just my opinion. I'm just giving my opinion. I don't expect them to change anything. I don't think, it doesn't matter whether you're from the place that the property's from or not. I never think they should listen to fans. I'm just giving my opinion about it. The thing is, at the end of the day, Zenkaiger was obviously very successful for Japan, even more so than I thought. Like, even setting aside my thoughts on the designs, I felt that the general toy line and presence of Zenkaiger was lackluster. I felt the toys felt cheap. It didn't feel all that exciting. You know, the Sentai gears I felt were one of the most boring gimmicks in years. Like, they're not awful, but I thought they were relatively boring to collect, and I didn't feel there was a lot of excitement around collecting them. I mean, we didn't even have regular sets within the line. But obviously, Zenkaiger did very well in Japan because they're carrying over multiple elements into the series, including characters, the gears and designs, even just the general idea of continuing to think outside the box with some non-humanoid characters. Obviously, things they did worked well, so they're continuing it. So, at the end of the day, on kind of an objective franchise level, I guess DonBrothers isn't too weird because this extra weirdness is still working for them. Now, but what about for me and some others? Maybe. Like, I do like the designs of them. I actually do. I like that they're a little bit more Ranger-esque. I kind of like the balance between them being more outside the box but still looking a little bit more Rangerly. I think it's the opportunity to look fun and unique, and I think that people should keep an open mind about it, even though, if I'm being honest, if I had a choice, I would rather see more traditional Rangers, because the more extreme weird side of Toku designs, I'll be honest, does not appeal to me personally, but at the end of the day, the most important thing to me is story. So I'll just say that, like, I like DonBrothers better than I thought I would, but I would still prefer something a little bit more traditional, but I don't think it's necessarily too weird, and obviously it's working for them. I see lots of people saying, like, oh my god, they're gonna ruin Sentai for themselves. It's like, no, they're not. Zenkaiger's obviously doing very well. Some people may not like the direction it's taking, but it's obviously working for them. My main concern, however, is even though Zenkaiger and DonBrothers are very unique looking, I've said this before, for Zenkaiger, I think it's only unique aesthetically. When you get right down to it, as of this recording, we're 40 episodes in, it's a basic bench Sentai. Other than the fact that they look different, there's really nothing innovative about it for me. I would say that maybe the most innovative thing outside their look is sometimes the clever and funny premises with the episodes, but it didn't really feel like it was something truly new. It's like really basic Sentai stuff. Even the plot lines, missing Toku character parents, generic redemption story we keep circling. It's just not that different, really. And that's actually my main concern from DonBrothers. As off-putting and strange as it can sometimes see to see these weird things, I'm more interested to see if they would truly shake things up and for the show to really feel different. I was actually almost prepared for that with Zenkaiger, because I was thinking maybe they're trying something really different here to shake things up and the show's gonna feel like nothing before. And when it finally premiered and the farther we got into it, I'm like, this is just more Sentai, just the same old stuff. And that's more so my concern, not in a like, oh, Sentai is gonna die kind of way, but I would more so be excited to see DonBrothers both look and feel different, and I feel that there's a very good chance it will be very much like Zenkaiger, where it looks really different. It looks really strange compared to your stereotypical Sentai from Go Ranger through Kara Major, but it's gonna just be the same old song and dance, probably with some literal song and dance. That aesthetically, this seems like they're going through really big changes, but when you dig into the meat and potatoes of the show, it's the same meal. At the end of the day, I think it's really interesting to think about these last 2 years of Sentai releases that were so different aesthetically, and the reactions to it, you know? But I think, obviously, it's not too weird, because it's working for them, but I think it may be too weird for some fans out there. But I would just encourage you to keep an open mind, you know? Even though I'm kind of over Zenkaiger, I'm going to keep an open mind going into DonBrothers, because at the end of the day, I just want a really good story, and I don't care whether they're flying out into battle in paper bags. If they have a good story, I'm there. But what do you guys think? Do you think DonBrothers is too weird? Do you think if they keep pressing this, it's going to ultimately lead to some downfall for Sentai? Do you think that this weirdness is going to stick, and we may never see a more traditional Ranger series for a long time? Let me know in the comments. As always, until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps to ring that bell so you can catch my videos. DawsonRider, signing out.